breakouts are pissing me off. Why is this happening to me? Give me the sun and like I feel like life is worth living again. Thinking of the wedding in spring 2027. And I'm like manifesting all these free trips. Good morning, guys. Also, I'm so excited. Next week is my last day wearing trays in my mouth all day long. Basically, at the end of next week, I get to switch to only nighttime wear, meaning I'm basically like, I'm officially done Invisalign. It's perfectly timed because I have a trip at the end of next week, and I'm just so excited to be like free and like just have an iced coffee again without thinking about it. Just eat something without thinking about taking my trays out. But anyways, I didn't even plan to talk about that. I am just sitting at my vanity right now and I have some breakfast. I'm not like super in the mood to think about breakfast today, so I just have this like egg bake that I made yesterday. It has like hash browns, smoked bacon, some peppers and onions, eggs, and actually cottage cheese and shredded like cheddar or Tex-Mex cheese. I've never made this before, so we're gonna try it together. A little bit of Cholula hot sauce on the side. And then I have two like kind of big clementines. Also, can we just talk about these eye patches? They're my favorite. They're from the like Grace and Stella brand. I just get them on Amazon. I will link them down below if you're interested. But I keep mine in the fridge and I get like the multi-pack, and these are my favorite ones. They're like pearly and iridescent and they make me feel like a mermaid. I'm definitely still a little apprehensive to cottage cheese. It's like a textural thing for me for sure. But I figured in this, like I wouldn't even notice. Oh my god, it's so good. I'll put the recipe below because this is my first time making it. These two little pieces of egg, 30 grams of protein. Sitting at my vanity, I like to eat my breakfast, and then I've had this ritual for the past year of doing like oracle and like tarot cards. The girls that get it. I just have felt like it's a very nice like spiritual little ritual that I've been doing every morning to kind of like tap into myself, ask any questions that I feel like are like weighing on me. I don't know. This morning I'm definitely in a moment where I'm like questioning my like direction and path, especially when it comes to like career and figuring out how to make money and all those kinds of things. So I'm going to eat my breakfast and I have a bunch of questions that I'm gonna ask my cards this morning, kind of like a full spread to hopefully get some clarity on like what my next steps are, especially as we're about to enter like spring energy, which I'm so excited about. You guys, when I woke up, it was light out before 7 a.m. this morning. What a relief, honestly. Okay, I am officially ready for the day. I feel like I have gotten a lot of clarity this morning, which I'm really, really happy about. Maybe I'll talk more about that a little bit later, but yeah, so that went really, really well for me. I just did my hair and makeup. I'm literally going nowhere today. This is all for you guys. Also for me, I feel really good when I like get myself actually ready. One thing I'll say, I have been really into a curling iron lately with the clamp. I'm a clamp girl, not a wand girl. I just like, the wands freak me out. I also personally, on me, I don't like the wand curl. I'm probably not doing them right because I'm scared while I'm doing it, so. Though I think they work great for other people, it just like doesn't work for me. For my whole life, I've pretty much been somebody that would use my flat iron to curl my hair. I have just been finding that the curling iron, I've been really liking the way that the curls look a lot more. They last a lot longer too. Also, I did my full makeup today, which I've just been doing like kind of like half of that makeup on days where like, sorry, battery died and I had to change it out. But anyways, what I was saying was that's basically as full as it gets for my makeup. I don't fully know what I'm doing, but I'm just trying and pretending. I've been trying to practice like up leveling my makeup and things like that lately. I don't know if it's working, but I don't know, it's doing something for me. So I guess that's all that matters. But is anybody else in that really annoying transition period right now between like winter and spring skin when like the weather starts transitioning and your skin just goes insane? I don't know, like I am breaking out everywhere. There's like little spots, especially over here. I'll just show you up close and personal. I have been struggling with what I would call very minor breakouts since I got the IUD, probably like 2 summers ago. I think it was August 2024. I love the IUD. I have the Kyleena IUD. I've actually shared about my experience on like TikTok and shorts, but basically everything's so great with it. I actually love it. I forget that I have it. It's been amazing. I feel like my hormones are so like chill and regulated. I haven't noticed any of the really negative side effects except some of the like breakouts. And a lot of people talked about this and said that this is a thing. I feel like I got it fairly mildly compared with what I've heard from some other people, but I was never a person that struggled with breakouts before I ever started birth control back when I was like 15 or 16. I originally started birth control for like really painful periods. And I like the IUD because I basically don't ever get a period. And I thought I would hate that, but I actually love it and feel totally fine with it. I get the occasional very short period every like 6 months maybe. I feel like I don't have any nearly as much as the like emotions and like hormonal effects that I used to have on the Lanessa birth control pill that I was on for like at least 10 years of my life. Yeah, this has been going really well, but the breakouts are pissing me off because I'm 29 years old. Why is this happening to me? I also have a problem with picking because I'm obviously not fully used to them, so I feel something on my face and the natural response is to like try to pick, and then it's creating like this scarring on my face, which is driving me crazy. I think part of my journey, like later in the second half of the year, I really want to look into treatments. Like if I can't get this to go away on its own with things like BHA and whatever else I find, then I would definitely like to probably do some like I want to look into more, I don't know the right word. Right now I just get like regular facials and I don't do lasers or like peels or anything like that. I really like Formula Fig. Their Hydrate and Glow facial is really good. I do it every couple of months. It's like 30 minutes in and out. But I also love the Bespoke facial, which I actually just booked myself in time for like spring to officially start so I can get like a refresh. So I'm excited about that, but I don't do any of the more like intensive things, you know, where you're doing like peels or lasers or I don't know. Like I haven't researched it that much yet, but I really want to. I'm 29 turning 30 in like 4 months, and I'm just definitely in the phase of like, how do I just stay as youthful as possible without doing anything crazy? I have never done Botox, though I am definitely curious about it. I don't want to start too soon though, obviously, but I also, is prevention really a thing? I don't know. Definitely on a journey with that stuff right now. But anyways, all that to say, I want to do something, I don't know, whether it's like peels or lasers or something to like help with like the spots from like the little acne scars and stuff like that, if I even can. I basically just want to be like as glowy and like clear and even as I can be in time for the wedding, which I'm thinking of the wedding in spring 2027. So I've got just over a year to like get that all figured out. So if you are a bride, have been a bride, you haven't been and you're just somebody who struggles with their skin, if you found something that really works for you, any advice or information you have for me, please share, because this is new for me and I need help. I am having a great day. I just like, the sun has been out for like 2 days and the weather was actually supposed to be really bad this week from what I was seeing in the forecast a few days ago, but it looks like it shifted and now it's gonna be like a nice and sunny week. Granted, it still feels like -18 today, Celsius, which is disgusting, but all I need is the sun and I'll be okay. Just reheating my lunch right now, so don't mind those sounds. Yeah, just give me the sun and like I feel like life is worth living again. I am going away next week actually. I'm going to Los Angeles. I'm so excited. Please hold. So I'm really excited to like get to escape the call girl problems. I'm really excited to escape the gloom and freezing temperatures. It looks like the weather's actually gonna be really good in Los Angeles while we're there. So thank God. I've always been a person that has always wanted to escape the winter, but a lot of my trips tend to be like in the spring and fall, sometimes the summer. I've never actually gotten to go somewhere warmer during this time. I also, if I'm being so completely honest, I've been so insecure in my body for a really long time. So going to warm weather was like a nightmare because I'm like, what do I wear? But I actually interestingly went to LA in September last year. It's so crazy that I'm even going again. Like I actually can't believe this. I've dreamed of going to Los Angeles for my entire life, like genuinely my entire life. And I went to LA, which is like a dream come true, but I got so sick. I was like, I swear, not to be dramatic, it was like on my deathbed. I had like the flu or something and we were actually traveling with our friends. We went to Vegas and LA with our friends and their baby. It was great, but then the last day in Vegas, I started feeling myself getting sick and everyone's like, no, you're not getting sick, you're not getting sick. I was so sick. It happened in the car, like the rental car. It got worse and worse as we got closer and closer to LA. So my entire LA trip, like it was good and I still got to experience a lot of things, but it was obviously overshadowed a lot by the fact that I was so sick. So I was experiencing everything, being so sick, like fatigued. My throat wasn't like super sore. Most of it was like, it was all in my head. You know what I mean? Like I wasn't like sneezing or runny nose or any of that kind of stuff. It was like flu, like slightly feverish. It was not good. I realistically like should have just stayed in the hotel room the whole time. We had like a massive rental car. We actually had like a Suburban for the 5 of us because we needed room for like a car seat and our suitcases and all that kind of stuff. And I was with them the whole time. So like they would have already been getting sick as well. So they were like, you're so fine, whatever. And they were amazing. My friend's best friend like drove us around and Chris did too. The two of them like took on all the driving duties and just kind of like drove us all around LA, drove up the coast, went to Laguna Beach, went in the water. We like drove through the hills, did all those kinds of things. So it was like a fairly like safe travel where like I stayed in the rental car the vast majority of the time. Anything else was like outside, not around other people, or if it was around other people, I just didn't like touch anything. I was very on top of like washing my hands and like not touching things and stuff like that. Anyways, all that to say, I went to LA. It was good and I'm glad that I was there with who I was there with and I got to like have good experiences and memories and I got to watch like all my footage back. Like thank God I had the energy somehow to film things so I could like relive it later when I felt better. Somehow I like manifested hard and my mom happened to have a flight credit that she wasn't able to use and she gave it to me. She's like, this is like fully paid for. So like genuinely it's just gonna sit there and go to waste if nobody uses it. So I actually was able to use that flight credit to get me to New York City in January. If you saw any of those videos, I'll pop that like right up here. So I got to go to New York for free because Chris's work paid for the hotel because he had to travel for work. And then my mom's flight credit covered the flight for me. And then it also was covering my flight to LA. So I am getting the opportunity to go back to LA and Chris has to travel for work again. So I get to go with him and I'm like manifesting all these free trips and I'm like living my best life right now. Sorry, I am like, the Alani Nu is hitting and I just feel like I have so much stuff I want to talk about. What was I saying? I think I was just talking about, oh, the weather. The sun is out. The sun is out. That was what this whole rant was about. But now you're caught up, so lunch. Heating up lunch. We should get back to that. But what about you? What are you up to? Do you have any trips coming up? Do you like to escape the winter? Oh, I was talking about how I went to LA, and so leading up to LA, I had to kind of go through a transition process of like, okay, what clothes could I realistically wear there? Because it's gonna be like 25 degrees and sunny, and I'm gonna be outside, and I'm gonna need to not like cover and hide my body. So I did find a couple pieces of clothing that like I feel okay in. And I am happy that that just happened like 6 months ago, because I will just wear those same clothes again. Do I wish that I had more options for clothes? Yes, but I am still in the depths of my insecurity with how my body looks. And so experimenting with other clothes is challenging for me, but I have a couple of things. Like basically my main thing is like I have a few things that I feel comfortable enough in that I can at least still keep living my life and get to have these amazing experiences, like going back to LA and getting hopefully a do-over where I'm not sick. So that would be nice, especially after having already been there. I feel like maybe it'll feel a little bit more familiar. It'll be like a whole different experience. You'll probably actually see, I'll be vlogging, I'm pretty sure, the LA trip. And I actually am spending some of the days by myself because Chris will have to work. So that will be interesting for a gal who used to be and is still like scared of leaving her house by herself. Me like roaming LA by myself will be fascinating. And I think I'm probably going to do like some shopping while I'm there. We actually have a couple more trips planned in the next few months, which is, you guys, I can't even believe I'm saying this. This has been my dream come true for my entire life, is to be traveling this much. I just like am over the moon. I can't believe this. I will talk more about the other trips as we get closer to it, because I'm probably overwhelming you right now. But with that being said, we have some really big things coming up, like wedding planning, like looking at venues, engagement photos, other travel, like lots of things going on right now. Wow. It took me way longer than it should have to reheat or to heat up my lunch today, but I am basically just having some leftover like spaghetti bolognese. I just do ground beef, onions, garlic, the Rouse marinara sauce, some seasoning, and I love capellini noodles. That is like Chris and I's like favorite pasta for this. Then I just have this like half of a zucchini that I just like scored and added some like oil and seasoning to. Why does it keep going so like white? I don't think I want to bother putting... Did you see that? Living in an apartment with a tiny little dog. I don't feel like putting Parmesan on this, so I'm just gonna eat it out of this bowl. I'm gonna have my little piece of zucchini, and one thing that I've been doing lately is adding little like microgreens or sprouts to my food, because it instantly makes it look gourmet without me doing anything. Oh my god. Is it dopamine or serotonin? One of them. One of them's happening right now. And unfortunately, my camera got switched over to slow-mo, which means I have absolutely no audio on the rest of this video. So let me quickly tell you what the heck I was talking about, because I looked so passionate, I can't cut this out. Okay, wait, I find this so funny. All right, so I was very pridefully showing my Alani Nu collection and the fact that I had acquired the lime slush flavor, which is the brand new flavor that just came out. I feel like you probably know this by now, but if you don't, I am a diehard Alani Nu fan. I mean, I will say that Costco makes it very easy, because the packs of the cans are so much cheaper than just buying them individually. But look at me being like, look guys, I'm not done yet. And now we also have the cherry bomb flavor, which is so good. And I actually got 2 cases of the Witch's Brew last season, so October 2025. And I only made it through one of them. So now I have one for this year, since they don't expire till 2027. And with that, the rest of my Costco haul, I got this kit of the Asian cashew salad, which I made with wraps with chicken, which were really, really good. I love the mini cucumbers. I love a little sesame soy sauce cucumber salad. And broccolini is one of my favorite veggies to roast. And then I got this big container of raspberries, and they were actually so good and so fresh, which is quite early in the season as well. So that was really nice. I also got a massive bag of potatoes, which I'm only halfway through at this point. So these are going to last me a while. And then I love this Italian meats kit from Costco. Chris and I like to do Italian sandwiches with some like lettuce, mustard, mayo, maybe like some pepperoncinis. Love a mortadella. I always get at least one of the rotisserie chickens. 2 of the rotisserie chickens from Costco are the same price as 1 rotisserie chicken from one of my regular grocery stores, so definitely have to do that. And then I usually get the bulk pack of lean ground meat, and I'll basically just like portion all this meat out and into freezer bags and put it in the freezer, just like you're seeing here. Oh, and cue the Alani Nu montage because she deserves her moment. For dinner, I did one of my favorites, which is so easy. This is chicken Milanese. I just did some baby potatoes on the side with some avocado oil and some garlic salt. Then I always do a little arugula salad, which has avocado oil, a little Dijon, some garlic puree, lemon juice, salt, pepper. And then I get some thinly sliced chicken cutlets, dip them in egg, dip them in breadcrumb, and then pan fry them in a little bit of butter, just showing you my portion versus Chris's portion. And this is me just ending the vlog, saying I'm going to go spend the rest of the night binge watching Love Island All Stars. And I hope you come back for the next one because it's going to be a getting ready for Los Angeles vlog. I'm so excited.